And welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be trying Decidueye EX. This is the list that I have. Um, uh, with it, I know we have to have hand disruption and make our opponent have 4 card hands on their hand in order to attack for free. Technically with just 1 energy. This is what I have at the attack of Decidueye. It does 240, but it also discards an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Combine that with Crushing Hammer. I think we can disrupt our opponent pretty good. That's the egg spec that I'm testing as of now. I still think that I need to run 4 judges in order to make that more consistent. We have Petrol here because mainly Team Rocket Birds and Team Rocket Mewtwo is a thing. So if we can at least fight against them and they play a stadium, we can play Petrol, get our own stadium, draw 2 extra cards and bomb that stadium or something like that, or get something else. But this is the 60 that I have. I think it needs a little bit more tweak. I don't know. I still haven't had use for the Relican. That's one thing I know we can use the Dartrix Feather Shot with the ability of Decidueye to do 90 to the bench. Haven't been able to use it, but we have Relican there. You can take that Relican and add something else to make it more consistent, and probably take the Relican out and add 4th Judge in it. But yeah, let's just see how it goes, how it plays, and how it feels. I know that New Orleans Regionals is right there, almost about to be finished, with a Clefairy Kangaskhan box versus Dragapult. And Dragapult is still one of the most powerful decks in the format, so if we can also disrupt the energy in our Dragapult's opponents, we can take advantage of it. So let's just see here. Going first or second, it doesn't matter, because as long as we get set up, you know. And also another thing that I did not add in this list was the Shaman. Slow King is a thing, and you know, if you guys saw the New Orleans Regionals stream, you can see how disruptive and how powerful the list is. Right here we have a decent hand. With Colress we can get our stadium. We do not have the, what should we call it, the station. There it is. So hopefully if we can keep this hand, we can play Colress, get that energy, evolve. But at the same time, we don't have the basic Scatterbug. So that's going to be a thing. We can get our stadium, we can get the energy, but if our opponent does not shrink their hand size to 4, we're not going to be able to do damage. So that's kind of tricky situation here. But oof, and is the spread damage. So this is one of the things that having Shaming is a good thing to add in every single one of your decks, because you're gonna need it. That Psyduck and that Shaman have to be in your list at all costs. Like I said again, on the New Orleans Regionals, they were playing the Dragapult Dust Club and the Dragapult Chicken Pole and some other variants of it. So, and luckily, he shrank his hand size to 4. So we will be able to hit this guy for 240 damage, and we're gonna be able to take our first 2 prices, which is super good. Like I said, we still do not have this line of the birds, but I think we will manage if we can put more pressure on our opponent. If he evolves into the other guy, he will be swinging for 250. So we still have a decent hand. We don't have a bad hand. If our stadium can stay in place, we can manage to hopefully play Bug Catching Set and get that Scatterbug basic, evolve it, and then tackle him with Pavilion with the Grand Win and put pressure on our opponent, because he's gonna stay with 2 hands, or yeah, two card hand. Oh, he's trying to prepare for that 210 thing. So now we just have to hopefully get that Scatterbug. Let's play our Crushing Hammer. If we hit heads here, ooh, that's perfect. Now all we have to do is get our Scatterbug. Ugh, it's pretty rough. Not gonna be able to do nothing here. Nothing at all. And this guy, Datrix, is gonna get knocked out. I'm gonna go ahead and bench Fessendipity, put an energy into the other guy, and just pass because we can't attack, we can't do nothing. So at least we discarded that energy to prevent him from taking a knockout. He will still take a knockout on the Dartrix with the bench damage. But he's not going to be able to knock out our Decidueye, active Decidueye. And now hopefully that Fessendipity can draw us the cards that we need in order to get this Dedillion in place. We got Team Rocket Petrol. No, that's kind of rough. But I think I can hopefully get Team Petrol for a buddy to get ourselves that bug, which is there. So we're gonna be able to set up properly and smack our opponent for 240 damage. Let me get 2 of them, and we will also be able to discard that energy, preventing our opponent from hitting us. I mean, regardless, we're gonna die on our next turn. But still, it's kind of pretty good. This energy, I'm gonna go ahead and hold that hand and swing for 240. Discard another water energy, and this is kind of good because now, let's say next turn we manage to KO the active. Why is he still putting energy? You should put that energy into the bench. But if you wanna, you're still in range, so that was like kind of useless. To be honest, you should have put that energy into the bench, because then afterwards I can take an energy or take 3 prices, and potentially he can hit me for like 400 or 200, depending. It all depends. Ooh, that was a misplay putting that second Scatterbug there. Meowth. Because we're going to take the knockout here. So let me go ahead and just put that energy there. Give an extra HP into... hopefully we did not give our opponent a boss's order. Because now the maximum that he can hit us for is 200. So I think we're going to be safe on this scenario. You're going to be able to hit us for 200, not enough to knock out that Fessendipity. We have energy if he decides to bring it into the active. So yeah, quite good. If he benches something else, then we can also capitalize on it. Just bench something else. If you do bench something, I can play Meowth, and then I can boss it and win. Let's see if he does. If he doesn't, now we're kind of in a pickle now, because he can knock us next turn. But we have one Rowlet available. We have our Apex available as well. Let's go ahead and thin that out. Not use it. Another thing that we need is that air balloon. But if I play the Meowth, he can hit me. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Even if I stay with 2 cards in hand, he's not gonna be able to knock me out. He has 2 prices there, so let's go ahead and swing for it. We will also be discarding that energy. So now he has to find. I think this is a checkmate because we win regardless, unless, well, he can boss the Fez, hit it for 100, and then we will have to be able to play the Lili's Determination, and hopefully we can get ourselves another energy, then attach that energy, retreat freely, and take the win. But pretty good, not bad matchup here. Ooh, that's bad. It's 150. Yeah. Does he have the energy though? He could be bluffing. Maybe he doesn't have the energy. Maybe he's expecting us to concede as soon as we see that maximum belt. That's stage 1. Okay, no Pokemons, no nothing. Ooh, well, we didn't take a knockout, so he can't use it. So that's quite good. So yeah, I think we win here. I have 1 prize. I have the Pavilion. So regardless, I win on my next turn. Is that I have the grand win ability. So GG's to our opponent. And that's it. Our game 1 was actually pretty good. Let's see if our game 2, game 3, we can do something good as well. And if we don't break, we also don't have nothing. I mean, we have the judges and we have the whatchamacallit. We have the judges and we have the grand win ability if we go up against Alakazam. But if they know how to set up and how to sequence their cards, they can easily one-shot us. No reason to go second. I know we have we got Scutterbug here, but we have also an Air Balloon. We have our Buddy Puffin, and we have that Stadium for our next turn. So hopefully we get the sauce, and we can evolve this Scatterbug into the Pavilion. We can also have our Rowlet evolve into the Decidueye, and we can start hitting our opponent for 250 damage, 240. Again, this could be potentially Marnie Green, but I doubt it. Let's just hold the hand. Marnie Green, or it could be just again the what he can do is he can play that supporter, whatchamacallit, Salvatore. Well, he played Lily, but let's say that our opponent had the godly hand. He could have played that Salvatore, evolve, and smack our Scutterbug, which would put us in a bit of a bind. I have seen people. I think this is the same person that we went up against, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I guess we'll have a rematch here. Alrighty then, we have our stadium, we have that, we have the energy on bench, and hopefully this will get us everything we need. It does not give us everything we need. Let's see that Crushing Hammer. If it hits, it does hit. That's pretty good. What I can do is just retreat and promote the Rowlet and just leave it there on standby, and hopefully for the next turn we can play Lily's Determination. We have another stadium in hand, so if they bump our stadium we can respond with it. Ooh, but then if they bump our stadium, they can play the Surfing Stadium, retreat into the Staryu, attach the energy, and do 120 into the active and 50 to the bench, taking 2 prices. But I guess he doesn't have it like that. Yeah, he doesn't have it like that, so we are good for now. So hopefully that that lily can give us something useful. I don't need to use that energy. Sadly, we can't thin our hand or use those hands. Well, we got our stuff here, so that's a good thing. We hold our line, and then we can keep thinning our hand as much as we can, so that way he doesn't hit us for a lot of damage. Evolve here. If we get a energy, or let's just get this guy and evolve here, and we can play another bug catching set, get an energy, and get the Decidueye as well, and then we have our second attacker ready to go, and our opponent cannot knock us out, so this is pretty good. He will only be doing 50 damage into the active, but if he does retreat into the Mega Staryu at the bench, he'll be able to do 120, which is more than 50 in my opinion. And also being able to discard their energies is pretty useful as well. That's 2 energies down. I don't know how many they usually play, but it's kind of cool. The other deck that I want to showcase is Erica's Vileplume. I think it has the 160 damage and it inflicts poison and sleep. But the thing is that I want to play a deck that heals most of the time. That's all I want to do. Heal, heal, heal. So the ability heals for 60 to each of my opponents. So if you go up against a Dragapult and they spread damage, that damage can be taken away. We also have the Erica's Tangela, or Tangela, however you pronounce it. That it's like the Pidgeotto, I think it is. It has that quick search, but only for a Erica's Pokemon. So if you kind of want to put it more aggressive and play 2 rare candies, you can just search with the Vileplume rare candy, whatever. But you can also play with the. We will be playing it with the Meganium, so that way we can do. Have that extra, because it takes 3 energies to power up, so we can miss an energy per turn, and this is pretty good. I don't want to play. I mean, we can play Petrol to get another bug catching set. Let's go ahead and play that Petrol for another. Ooh, we can play the hammers. Let's play the hammer. See if we can disrupt our opponent. And just keep that one hand side. There we go. Pretty good. So now hopefully this Grand Wind ability does not give my opponent another energy. If it does, it doesn't matter, because we will still be putting pressure on my opponent, having that price advantage now. And the maximum damage that he can do with the second whatchamacallit, let me see what the name is, with this guy with the Mega Frost Blast, is 200 damage. But we can thin that hand super quick, and we have a stadium in hand that if they bump our stadium, we can replace that stadium. Yeah. Gonna try and but we also have the we have a bug catching set, and we have an Ultra Ball. So if this bug catching set fail us, we will be able to Ultra Ball and get something out of it. So what we're gonna be doing is playing that bug catching set first. We don't have to, man. We have the sauce of sauce. You know what I'm saying? We have the good stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and play that ability. and that's another energy that's going to be discarded by Crushing Arrow. Now those are 4 energies in the discard pile already. So now he needs, if he has the surfing. What we can do is, if he retreats, I think this is a misplay on his part, because he could have attached that energy into the Mega Frostlass and at least attack for 150 damage. But now what we can do is we can use Ultra Ball to get that Meowth and search for our hopefully the 2 copies of boss. They're not priced because I didn't did the price check, so that's one thing that I have to condition myself to do. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Just gonna get this, and we have our 2 copies of boss's orders, so this is gonna be GG for our second game here. I think I'm gonna do just 2 games. I would have preferred to have 2 different matchups instead of the same guy, but I kind of have to go. So that's it. That's pretty much. So we can handle the Frostlass Staryu deck. You can beat it easily, no problems. Now, if you think that this list is a good list for you to test play, by all means, go ahead and tweak it. You guys can leave down below in the comments some recommendations or some cards that you guys added to your list or whatever. I do not think that Decidueye is like the next meta deck, because it requires a lot of setup. You have to have a lot of setup and you have to add that that Shaman is a must. You have to add that Shaman no matter what you do. To be honest, you have to always have it, because now Slowking is a thing, and Slowking can decimate your whole board if you do not set up properly. I am not playing the Pokemon Catcher, I think it is, or the new one that allows you to search a Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. I don't play that one. I'm mainly leaning towards the Buddy Buddy and the Bug Catching set, because we mainly are playing grass deck. That, like I said, that this Relican, I will end up cutting it. I have no use for it, and I can take that out and add a 4th Judge, so that way we have 4 Lily's Determination and 4 Judge for the draw power. 1 Pedro, just in case if you run with the Team Rocket deck, because one of the birds, the Hunchcrow, Team Rocket, I think on seniors and juniors, one of those divisions was playing it at the finals. So that's another deck that's kind of good. So you have to look for it. So the Petrol is there to take that advantage of that stadium. But this is it for the list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Peace out.